Hi, this is Scott Siskin. I'm the president of First Republic Mortgage Bankers. When you need a mortgage, call First Republic Mortgage Bankers and deal direct. Eliminate the middleman. No mortgage broker fees. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on your high-rate mortgage and your credit cards. You can save every single month by refinancing. You personally can save every month by locking in the lowest rates in over 30 years. And we make house calls to the entire tri-state area 7 days a week. Call 718-380-0006 if you're buying a home or you want to refinance your home. 718-380-0006. Continue on that subject before we get diverted, which why are minorities possibly paying more?
Right, exactly.
I can give a very good example. There is an industry, not a standard per se, but pretty much even banks allow loan officers to earn what's called overage.
What is overage?
Overage means, okay, they have a rate on the rate sheet, right? And if you can get somebody to pay 0.5% more on the rate, then whatever the extra amount is that they're earning gets split usually between the loan officer and the company, or sometimes they let the loan officer have all of it.
Let me because I like breaking things down. I don't want to look or feel. I don't want people to think I'm stupid. I don't want you to think I'm stupid. But let's say hypothetical ex ABC Bank, okay, has a loan officer there, and the interest rate that they're giving is 5.5%. However, the head of the bank is saying if you can get that individual, let's say it's a specific program, if you can get individual to pay more, they allow that, and that is legal, not illegal.
It's perfectly legal. It goes on. It's pervasive throughout the community, throughout the industry, nationwide. It's very pervasive. It is a common practice. Okay, when I first came up through the ranks, that was what was happened where I was working in the beginning. You know, first 7-8 years of my job, my career. So what you have to realize is it is legal. It's allowed. So we've got to realize something. When you go to a bank, it could be a big bank, it could be a little bank, it could be a mortgage broker, they're sizing you up. They're trying to figure out what your intelligence level is, they know how much money you have in the bank because you're going to reveal that as you're talking to them, and they are testing you, and they're trying to get overage in a lot of cases. Not all, but in a lot of cases. So in other words, if you come in and the person thinks you're less educated than someone else, it's very likely that you might pay more. If you're somebody that's had some credit glitches and is more concerned and sort of desperate to get help,
they prey upon your anxiety.
They prey upon that, exactly.
Now, do you do that? I want to ask you this because I know this is a question that people will ask. Do you, First Republic Mortgage Bankers, charge overage? Do you do that?
We don't charge overage. There is one rate sheet, and the loan officers have to go by it. Sometimes if an issue comes up or something, there's been cases where we've reduced rates. I mean, you got a reduced rate at the time of closing.
Why you got to let my business out there?
That's underage. but no, we don't allow it. So when you come in, the rate's the rate. I mean, and it should be comforting because I hate going to like a stereo store or PC Richards, I shouldn't maybe say a name, and you don't know if you're getting the best deal. Actually, literally till you walk out of the store and turn your back to see whether or not the guy's following you. Because a lot of times they'll follow you.
Car dealerships, they do that.
You know, and car dealers also. You got to make an offer. You have to get all this crap. I would rather like Saturn does. The price is there. That's what it is. These are what our rates are. This is the way we have judged our business model. And if we find that we have a really good idea of what will help people and still be profitable for us. Not excessively profitable, but profitable. Because if we're not profitable, we can't obviously pay you all the money that's necessary to keep you going and the station going.
That is true, by the way. We need that check.
Yeah, so. Well, with 5 Fortune 500 companies leaving the station, it's important.
Yes.
So, and we're not just here. We're on ITV in Queens for the last 13 years. We're also on Gil Bailey for the last 13 years, and on 9:30 a.m., which used to be 105.9 on Sundays with Shamila Karim and Roshan Ali Ahmed, and. You know, we've been there for almost 13 years also. So it's not like as if when LinkUp, First Republic got on the map when they started with LinkUp. What really happened is we were on LIB for years. And then LIB, we know they went to Air America, and whatever, I mean, Lend America, whatever. They went to, what was it, Air America?
It's Air America.
Yeah, and they're not there anymore. They went bankrupt. But so what happened was, Conroy Allison.
I would like to believe that Conroy Allison did turn me on to a very good mortgage entity.
Conroy Allison said, "Listen, this is the options." He was the guy who took care of me at LIB.
So Conroy was your.
He was the rep.
Yeah, he was a rep for you at LIB.
Right,
Okay.
and so he said we looked at what are the alternatives, and he introduced me to you and a couple other of the organizations that are on.
So he did introduce it to other radio programs here
on the station. Yes.
Okay.
And within a week, I knew which one was working the best, and I called back and said I want exclusive.
Which one was working the best? Not to stroke anyone's ego.
Yours. Squeeze's program was number one. I mean, it's not hard for me to figure out because we gauge phone calls. I gauge response. I can, it's very simple after all these years in the business.
You didn't like me at all, man. It's not.
I never met you at that time. All I said was the Squeeze. There's got to be a story behind that. But folks, the reason that we talked about the when you pay overage. There is a mortgage banker who had a branch once upon a time in Bayside. Now, a lot of their business came from Brooklyn, from real estate brokers in Brooklyn. And they were charged a lot of overage. Based upon analysis, it showed that the people in Brooklyn, who tended to be more minorities than the people in Bayside, it's what's called disparative impact. It means when you're doing something legally like overage, but the result is minorities are charged more. 718-325-5555. Speak to Tony, find out what the facts are. I was going to say facts. The facts. Get the facts. Because when you speak to Tony, there is only one rate sheet. There is no overage. Okay? So when you talk to Tony, that's the deal. And I think that's great because when I go buy something, I would just love it to just put a sticker and they're willing to compete and not try to make you not know what the best deal is and all this. So what happened to that branch, that company was bought out by a bank. So the banking department came down on them with these statistics, and rather than work with the banking department and say, okay, we won't do overage anymore. We see what you're saying. Okay, you're our regulatory authority. We're not going to do overage anymore. They fought them. They fought City Hall, and they lost. And they paid millions in dollars of restitution and fines and whatnot. And in the end, they're not charging overage. That shows you how within one institution, minorities might pay more than, the only non-protected class. You know what? There's only one non-protected class. Because there's so many protected classes. I raised my hands once at a seminar. I said, what class of people is not protected?
White men over 55 years old.
Younger. Once they're over 55.
Yeah. Young men young men
just by age.
Young white
so
men under
basically
55.
what they're saying is you can, kick the white man around. You can charge them whatever you want.
Right.
But what the point being is, within anybody you go to, especially a mortgage broker, because basically what happens is these salespeople are usually paid on splits, just like real estate agents are paid. And they have the rate sheets and they're able to make their own rates. Each different guy may be charging different rates the same day. So you have to realize that you really don't know what the best deal is unless you are really know what the marketplace is and you feel confident, because even you'd be surprised that even banks that are known as banks, international banks, allow loan officers to earn overage. It's not something that just you have to go to a little mortgage broker.
I'm very happy you don't, man.
I won't, because something? We don't have to, first of all. And secondly, it's a practice that will lead to problems. And when the on the banking department questionnaire, when they ask, do you allow overage and what is your policy if you do, we say no. And that's it.
So that keeps you out of trouble, right?
2 audits ago, they came and they came with a separate fair housing auditor, right? Separate. To do a fair housing audit. This was the first time they've done that because now they're showing concern. And it was done, and he just said, you guys are fine. That was the end result. And they didn't bring back, this time, a fair housing auditor. They didn't bother. all the information is public data, basically.